Authorizing. 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 Authorizing.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning for episode 27. Yankees won 27 World Series. This is episode 27. And you know who I am. That's my guy, King of Pinstripes. I'm CK. And we are Pinstripes Uncensored. And this is episode 27.
27, where the Yankees... See, we're not going to get stuck at 27. We're going to keep going. Unlike the Yankees, they got stuck at 27. We'll see when they're going to be on number 28. We'll see.
Hopefully sooner or later. Well, a couple Yankee news. Tim Hill back with the Yankees. I like that. I like that deal. Only lefty. Actually, he's not the only left. Well, Yarborough, who was a free agent too, but we need more lefties, and he was solid. So I do like Tim Hill coming back. Jonathan Loaizaga won't be back. I think because he's past it. He's passed. I mean, the injuries got to him, and he was never the same since when he started in 2019, I think.
Was it 18?
18, 19. Yeah, 18, 19 during that frame. Hasn't been the same, and fortunately injuries got the best of him. And today, Trent Grisham, the Yankees offered him, and we'll see if he accepts it or looks for a long-term deal.
I don't know. I'm hoping he doesn't accept it. I know they gave him a qualifying offer, but they should have just parted ways. Keep that $22 million in for a bigger, how they say, bigger fish, right?
I agree. I mean, if they get that bigger fish you want, or if they go internal, we'll see.
Nah, they need a bigger fish. As you see, there's a lot of big fishes in LA. Big fishes. They were growing as, how you say, bigger fishes in Toronto, right? All we have is Aaron Judge, my opinion. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. But like I said, this is episode 27. Yankees have 27 World Series, and we have the perfect guest.
We're saving the best one for last.
That is not our last episode.
No. It's not. Well, for season 1.
I don't know about that. We could probably do one next week.
Oh, okay. I was gonna end it at 27 because it means a lot. 27.
I mean, if you could end it at 27, we could end at 27. But if you want to do one next week, we got you. I got it.
You got it.
I mean, right. We'll talk afterwards. We'll figure out what days you're available and go with mine, and we go from there.
Awesome.
We got a special guest, a guy who's done it all. Army National Guard. He's the founder of Upstage Strategies, the best player events in all of New Jersey. He's worked in politics. Mr. Frank Luna.
What's up, boys? Let's go. You got Big Rick.
Wait, I was about to say that Big Rick is there. Okay.
Big Rick I told him I was hopping on with you guys, and Big Rick's like, yo, man, I got to say what's up to them. Say what's up.
What's up?
Oh,
that's Big Rick.
That's neighbor Corey. He's a Mets fan, but we're still all right with him.
What's up, Corey? What's up, Big Rick?
Man, it started super special with Big Rick. Okay.
It's the goat.
Little goat.
The little goat. What else? got anything to say?
Not much. I mean,
All right, not much.
glad to be on
Okay.
here.
Glad to be on here. We're glad you're here.
We're happy you're here too, Big Rick.
Nope, it's the other way around.
Heck yeah. What's going on, boys? How are you?
Doing good.
What's up?
Doing good.
What's up?
How's
First
everything?
up, like we said, you served in the Army National Guard. Veterans Day is coming up, and from King and I, we thank you for your service.
Yes.
Appreciate you, boys. Thank
you for everything.
Nah, man. Thank you, guys. Good.
Let's just get right into it. Unless you had something to say.
I just want to say I appreciate your friendship, man. That's a very nice intro. Feel good about it, and I appreciate. And I just appreciate the support you guys have both shown me in the years I've known you. So I just get that out of the way quick.
And we always will continue to support you guys.
Yeah, for sure. CK does a great intro. I'll leave that up to him, not up to me.
He's fire, bro. I ain't shocked, and he's rocking the jacket.
I know.
We got big time guests. I gotta come big, and this is episode 27. I told Yankee got 27 World Series. That's why I gotta get Frank on episode 27.
Yep.
By the way, congrats, yo! 27 episodes is not easy to do. It's just not. And you guys are doing it seriously, and you're doing it. And I know this stuff can be a grind, and I know you're like, what the hell am I doing it for sometimes? But you're bringing joy to people, and you're hustling. So there's a lot to be said for that. There really is. That's
for sure. It's a grind. Sometimes you say to yourself, why am I doing this? But I have a great partner in CK, help each other out. And we just continue to put our heads up and keep doing what we're doing. We do it because we love it, and you never know.
Yep.
One day this is all going to be worth it. So just got to keep going. That's how it is.
And I say this, it's worth it too, because it makes these conversations happen. So even if it's the three of us tonight and nobody listens or talks or sees anything, it's worth it.
100%.
There you go. All right, so let's get right into it. Just tell us, I know you was born and raised in Jersey. Want to just tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah, Jersey Shore, man. I grew up down in Ocean County. My parents were from North Jersey, so that kind of explains my Yankees Giants fandom. As young as I can remember, my grandfather, who was from Hudson County, would be watching the Yankees almost every night and the Giants every Sunday. And I still remember like the old school Giants sweatshirts that he would wear. So growing up down in southern New Jersey was interesting because it was like a lot of Philly territory. Mm-hmm. So, I got to hear about that on occasion.
Yeah. It's insane because I go to Wildwood, right? Every year I wear my Yankee stuff and people has something to say about it, right? And it's like, wait, it's still in Jersey. I know we're close to Philly, but still Jersey, a little close to New York, but
yeah, I can totally relate. I went to Rowan University for a semester, wore Giants jerseys all the time, and yeah, I heard it all the time.
Got to hear about that at Rowan. I went to Stockton. I graduated from Stockton, so it's kind of funny because I grew to not hate the Eagles, and here's why. When the Eagles won, my life at college was very far and wide better. Because the Philly people at my college were happier. So I didn't hate the Eagles. I almost kind of like wanted them to win sometimes.
When they weren't that great when I think we were in college, though, right?
No.
Before the McNabb era.
What's that?
They weren't that great though when you were in college, were they?
Like they weren't that great.
No. I mean, they figured what? I graduated college in 2005, so 01 to 05, kind of. I don't even think that was like the Deshaun Jackson game. That was way past that. So no, neither team. If I remember correct, what year? 2000 was that when the Giants went to the Super Bowl against the Ravens?
Yeah,
something like that.
Kerry Collins. Yep, correct.
Yeah, good old number 5, baby, the original number 5.
Or Steve Weatherford.
Heck yeah. And now Kayvon.
Yep. Oh, jumping the gun.
That's it, man.
You're doing an event with Kayvon this
Yeah.
Tuesday.
CK, you coming down to that?
I think I'm gonna come down. Yes.
All right. If you're gonna come down, make sure I'm gonna get you squared away that day. So don't worry about getting that ticket online if you haven't bought it yet. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
You know I got you, CK.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no. So the Kayvon event is gonna be fun. That's at Baseline Social. I think. Did you come to the Boone event there?
I went to the Willie Randolph event.
Yeah, that's right.
That was amazing. That
yeah, bro. That bar
was big.
Dude, that place is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's on Veterans Day, so we're raising some money for a local charity, Madustus, which is like a Jersey Shore veteran group that does really awesome work, like, kind of like point of necessity. They'll hear about things like a Vietnam veteran was sleeping in their car because they couldn't pay for their electric bill. And so at night, the veteran was sleeping in their car, in their driveway, running in the heat in the car. So, the Madustus guys hear about that. They kind of get in the mix, make sure that the veteran is able to kind of get their bills caught up a little bit and stop sleeping in their vehicle. So, things like that. So many things go wrong for that guy to be sleeping in his car, right? Like it's a lot of things. So the fact that there's groups out there that kind of get in the mix and make sure that stuff happens a little less is good.
All right. I guess I'll start it off. So you go to a lot of minor league games. You see these players like Anthony Volpe who have great minor league seasons, but once they get to the majors, they struggle. Why do you think that is?
It's a big leap, man. I think the jump from the minor leagues to the big leagues, I think, is bigger than we can even understand. I think in Volpe's case, I think he's even said he's not done what he wants to do in the major leagues yet. I think he's still a pretty young guy. I think he was clearly playing through injury this year. And then you look at a guy like freaking Cam Schlittler, who just came up and was just like a gamer. I mean, see, I think some guys are just get it quicker than others. I think a lot of people have given up on Volpe a little prematurely. I think, again, the guy wants to do more than he's done. I think we all want him to do more than he's done. But I think he's shown those stretches where it's just like, man, if he can bottle that, that guy's going to be a real superstar in the big leagues. But I just think the jump is so much bigger. And one of the guys that I did some work with in the minor leagues told me, like, he's like, dude, like, the preparation you have to put in the big leagues to get ready for pitching and, what you're going to see. He's like, it's totally different from the minor leagues in a way. Like he was just saying, like, the prep that goes into it is different as well. So still playing the same game, but you go against a guy in Double-A who's got 3 pitches, and now all of a sudden you're going against a guy who's got 2 pitches, but one is a splitter. And like, say you're getting ready for Fernando Cruz, right? Like, that guy's throwing you a splitter. And he still has like one of the highest strikeout rates in the league for qualified relievers. So I just think this skill set, the talent is so much bigger, so much better.
Volpe's one of us is a Jersey guy, so we do hope he does well.
Yeah, man, and he's a good dude. I mean, he's a good guy. He comes from a good family. But again, like, I'm not just rooting for the guy because he's a New Jersey guy. Obviously, that's a big part of like our attention and connectivity to him, right? Like, he's a New Jersey guy. The whole Derek Jeter Volpe thing. His family, he comes from an amazing family. His team of guys, I've been around a bunch at his camps and other events, and I just can't say enough about all those guys. And he's a good dude. Like, Volpe is a good guy. Carries himself. He answers every single question, whether he's playing really well or not well. And, look, I mean, you hope the guy gets it right. And if he plateaus as like a platoon infielder in the next few years, like it's a hell of a lot further than I got. I'm still waiting to hit a grand slam in the World Series at Yankee Stadium, so it's like we forget that part of it too, man. Like it's the guy's got a whole hell of a lot farther than any of us. So,
100%.
I'm sure Anthony Volpe's going to sleep just fine.
So you were in the Army, is that correct?
I did. I was in the Army National Guard. Yep.
Army National Guard. Tell us a little bit about it.
I mean, I joined later in life. I kind of spent a lot of like my early adulthood wishing I had joined, thinking about joining. My 20s kind of came, and I'm like, man, I got career stuff going and got a lot going on. I had some close family and friends in the military, and it was just kind of like one of those things I always wanted to do. I didn't do it until I was in my 30s. And at that point, it was just, I kind of like had one of those like white light experiences that was like, bro, you cannot go the rest of your life wishing you did that. And I remember I was at the gym in Bradley Beach, Jersey Shore Fitness Shop, which is one of my favorite spots in the world, that gym. And I called a recruiter, and the guy said, "Oh, you're too old to go." And I was like, man, that stinks. So I reached out to a buddy of mine who's in the military, and I told him about it. And he was like, dude, I think there's an age waiver process that you can get in the mix on. So I went through his whole age waiver process, and he said, I'll do anything to help you get in, but if you get in, you got to go. And I'll never forget, I started a new corporate job, making good money, doing a nice thing in a suit and tie. And I got the word that my first day of that new job, I got the word that I was accepted into the military at my age. And I was like, man, talk about gut check, right? Like gut check. Like I got this new job, but everything, summer's coming. Like Jersey Shore is going to be fired up, ready to go. And, I talked to my recruiter, and he's like, dude, look, man, we could say that you gave it your all and, just couldn't get this process done. And I was like, look, man, I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I went enlisted infantry, which was 22 weeks of what's called one station unit training. So, same bunk bed, same drill sergeants, same 60 dudes, day in, day out for 22 weeks. Nothing in that training that, like, to me was really, really mentally or physically difficult. It's basic training, right? Like that's part of it. In addition to infantry school, long days, a lot of hours, not sleeping much. The conditions of sleep weren't great, but I just always thought that there were men and women in harm's way serving our country, and I was just at Fort Benning, making it through infantry school. Did a few years in the Army National Guard, had one activation where I had to go down to Washington, D.C. after that craziness on January 6th a while back, when there were the riots down there.
Yeah.
And then, had a pretty, other than that, it was a pretty uneventful few years, man. But, I'm glad I did it. It enabled me to kind of have a different connectivity to veterans and people who have served. And that's a big part of passion of mine is supporting our service members. And, it put me in a really good position to do that.
Any like life skills you learned during your time at being in the Army National Guard? Because there's a guy who I followed, David Goggins, Navy SEAL, and you helped him like discipline, motivation, him doing marathons too. Can you relate to that in a way?
Yeah, I mean I love Goggins. He's great, dude. I got to meet him a couple times, not through military, just at like different things. And yeah, I mean, just think about this, right? Like you get on a bus, right? You got that day I was rocking a Jimmy Buffett shirt. Right now, I think, I'm wearing a Last Mango shirt, which is Jimmy Buffett's boat. You get on a bus, you leave your loved ones, right? You hop on a flight. My cousin and my brother dropped me off at the military base. 4:30 in the morning. You go on the military base and you are theirs. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm rocking a Jimmy Buffett shirt, a freaking pair of jeans, and you get on a bus, you go through all this processing, and then you're on a plane. And you're like, all right, it doesn't suck, right? It's just normal flight, right? Like, it's a plane from Philadelphia to Atlanta, Georgia. Get off the plane, cool, right? You got an envelope in your hand, and you're walking through the airport, and some guy comes up to you and says, "Hey, are you going to basic training at Fort Benning?" And you're like, "Yeah," yeah, sure. I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." All right, follow me. And then it's like, wow, okay. Like, I'm gonna go get an energy drink and a steak, but I guess not. And then it's on, bro. Like, then it's like you're in line. You go to the thing, and it's like you're arriving in the middle of the night, and you're sitting on a bus, and you're like tapping your feet because you're like, you know what the hell is going to happen, right? But again, my morning started the same way a lot of mornings start when you're hopping on a flight. So yeah, like some of the stuff Goggins talks about, and like a lot of those military guys, much of that, the training to me is what it is. Like I like training. That never really bothered me too much. Being away from family, those guys who go through combat, thank God I never saw combat. But like the guys who go through that it's just, it's another level of respect and difficulty that they go through. So yeah, I mean, definitely some mindset stuff, CK. I mean, my best day at Fort Benning isn't my worst day in an office somewhere. You know what I mean? So like, it's like, I could sit through any BS in an office and I'm just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, cool. I'm not drinking my coffee out of a plastic bag in cold water, yeah. If you do coffee, guys, CK?
I'm a coffee guy, guess.
What about you, King?
Yeah. It's
The
cappuccino. Big coffee guy. Cappuccino all day, every day. That's
right, so imagine the way that I got coffee while we were at infantry school. In the MRE, there's like a little pack of coffee in a plastic bag and cold water. And you pour the coffee grinds into that cold water, shake it, and like drink it before it settles. And that was my coffee for 6 months.
It got you up. Was it strong and everything too?
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
terrible.
It was just like, man, I'm drinking brown water.
So you drank the whole thing, or there's like it was like one and done?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just a little plastic bag. Like you just like size like a Cheez-It bag. Something like that.
Yeah,
Gross.
I'm a cappuccino guy. So you saying that to it being a very bougie drink, I'm like, okay.
Nah, King, you ain't getting no cappuccinos at Fort Benning, bro.
Like I salute everyone that pretty much sacrifice a lot, right?
100%.
Like I'm talking about everyone got to appreciate what we have, honestly.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, you were a Congress aide during your time in your political career, right?
Yeah. Did that. Yeah.
All right. I had two questions about your time in politics. Do you think your career in politics helped you now with what you're doing with Upstage Strategies?
1,000% CK. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
It helped me. I can expand on that a little bit if you want.
100%. Do it.
These events, as you guys know, man, like they cost money, and nobody's working for free, nor should they. Like that's the way this stuff goes. One of the things I think I learned in politics was the ability to put together money and in a way that people found they were getting value for it. So, for example, if there's an event, like you can't sell usually like 500 tickets to an event, right? Like it doesn't happen. You know, once in a while, like a Ben Rice will sell 400 tickets after he hits 3 home runs and he just lucked out with that. I bet if like Cam Scattaboo or Dart did an event right now, like either one of them would probably sell like 300 to 500 tickets. I mean, I'm trying to think like Yankee wise, like I don't know, like does Cody Bellinger sell 500 tickets? I don't know. Like I like to think he would, but I don't really know. So you know, you got to get creative. You got to find folks to get in the mix with you. You got to find folks to help sell you tickets in bulk. You got to make the athlete feel comfortable. That's another part of it where I think I learned a lot of that when I worked in politics. You know, when I'm dealing with governors and congressmen and stuff like that, like you gotta, that's like another, I'm not saying like another level of person, but like you gotta have your stuff together. Like you can't just be some dude like, oh, hey, well, maybe we'll do this or that. Like, it's like when it's go time, it's freaking go time. You got to be ready. You got to make sure the guys know what they're doing, what's expected of them, why they're doing what they're doing. You know, why when a little kid comes up and I know a backstory of, you know, the kid's mom had cancer and I'm making sure that the player is taking that extra 15 seconds with that kid just because, yo, hey, Ben, you know, this kid's dad hit me up on Instagram. You know, their mom has cancer right now. Like pop up around the table and say hi. Little things like that. CK. And I'm not saying this like politician-wise. Remember when you met Devin Williams at Pinstripe Pride?
Yeah, 100%.
That's that little extra touch, right? Like that's me knowing that you're a dog, knowing that you're one of the biggest Yankee fans out there, and getting in Devin Williams' ear and saying, "Yo, this dude CK is coming. Like, hype him up, bro." You know what I mean? Like, and he does, you know, because there's that trust, there's that like, yo, Frank's not BSing me. Like this guy's here, he's legit, he's real. You know, so a little bit of that kind of. I think I learned a lot of that from politics. I learned a lot of that growing up, you know, just kind of being around different people, different groups. You know, diversity is not weird to me. And I say that as a white kid from Ocean County, New Jersey. Like there's no group of people I'm uncomfortable around. I'm dumb enough to be comfortable in just about any stressful situation. You know, no event when an athlete is harder than a day at Fort Benning, I'll tell you that. So, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, whatever. Like, there's 360 people. We'll get through it. And hey, Ben, like, you'll be fine. Like, you'll live.
I appreciate the extra touch on Devin, and actually he reciprocated really well, and that's why I actually felt bad for him this season. And whatever happens to him, I'll be a big fan of him.
Yeah, and I think he'll be fine. Again, like that's another guy. I think like you asked a question about how, you know, why do some guys struggle? And like, that's another guy, right? Like, think about this as humans. I think he was married or at the very least had a kid very early on in his time in New York. Like his wife and baby are across the country, wherever they are. Like he's in a brand new city. It happens to be the Yankees where like, if God forbid you give up a hit, like it's front page news. And, you know, I think he kind of had to work through a lot of that stuff. But, you know, he settled down at the end of the year. He got to what we expected him to be. You know, and it was probably just a little later than anybody had hoped. And but that's a guy who'd be the first guy to say that to you too.
100%.
So we mentioned, I should say, 2 things you did in the past. Last one, CK mentioned when it comes to the politics. Now you're doing a whole bunch of things. If it's the banana ball, to hosting events, like doing events with players, doing a whole bunch of things, charity events, the list goes on and on. Like, how do you stay so energized and motivated? Because I believe you only sleep like 2 hours, right? Like, how does that happen? Like, talk to me, especially for others that wants to do a lot like yourself, right? How do you stay so positive and energized?
You know, it's a good question because I'm not always positive and I'm not always energized in a sense. Like, I think my go-to posture is generally positive. And that to me comes through perspective. So like there's sometimes like, bro, you ask Jill, she'll be the first to tell you, like, I'm not perfect, man. And sometimes I get sidetracked by things that may not be as important in the moment as I may think they are, right? Like that's kind of a normal thing. And I love Jill, and part of the thing I love about her is her honesty with me. And you mentioned all those things, right? But you didn't mention Jill and the kids. And there was a point this summer that I was going, bro, like every single day with my day job with Tunnel Towers Foundation. I was hopping on flights Friday afternoon, Friday evening, or first thing Saturday morning to go do the Savannah Bananas. Then I'm flying home late Sunday night after a banana game all day, flying home late Sunday night, getting home from the airport. Jill and the kids are already asleep when I get home. I'm getting up, going to my day job with Tunnel Towers Foundation. I got an event at Woodbridge Brewing Company that night with Ben Hess. And now it's like 11 o'clock again. I'm getting home again. And, Jill called me out on it. And she's like, dude, you got to like dial in a little bit here. And like, that was important to me because you're right. Like I can go, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. I've always had a ton of energy. If I'm doing fun things and exciting things, like I get more energy. Don't all of us?
Yeah.
Like you, right? Like you go to the Camden Yards for a Yankee game for a weekend. You hit 2 games and you're hanging with your buddies, like you're fired up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have a 14-hour. You can have a 14-hour day. A 14-hour day, and like you get home back to the hotel like 11 o'clock at night. You're like, dude, I could go right now.
So speaking of which, as soon as the season ended, I felt my body like giving up. As soon as the last out was made and I got home, I felt like body aches, tired, feeling fatigue. Because Yankees motivates me. It's what keeps me going. So I understand we got to keep it busy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, I really feel it.
Yeah. And I think spending as much time as you can doing things that give you energy is a plus. Now, I also realize that there are bad things that happen sometimes. Like, I know people go through hardships in their jobs. They go through breakups. They get laid. Look, I got laid off this year from a pretty good, from a pretty good. I was working for a Fortune 200 company, bro. Hundreds of people got laid off. I was part of a reduction in force, RIF, bro. I was a line on a spreadsheet that had my age and my salary, and they're like, that guy's going. Somebody I probably never even met. It's like that guy on that line is, we gotta cut him. That was on like a Wednesday. Like that next couple days, I'm like hitting some guys up, like, yo, man, hey, just got laid off. I got some extra time right now. Thankfully, I had a bunch of stuff in the fire for the summer. So like I wasn't desperate for, I don't use the word desperate, but I wasn't like, I didn't need a full-time day job immediately. Bro, like by Monday, I had a job offer. Part of that is me putting out so much and connecting with so many different groups and staying in the mix as much as I can that like, dude, it just, so like, I tell you that because like that could be crippling. CK, you mentioned like you got laid off. Like, I know it's not easy, bro. Like, and it's like, what do I do next? How do I get money? Shit, unemployment's sorry for a curse word, but I'm getting down low on unemployment. My severance is getting a little, whatever little couple grand they give you to like tell you that they're uprooting your entire life. And it's like, man, like what next? So it's like, dude, if you got to go wait tables, go wait tables. You got to go to the diner up the street from your house that like you go buy breakfast at once a week and you got to go wait tables there. Guess what, bro? Go do it. I was 28 years old, 29 years old, working for the governor of the state of New Jersey. That job kind of fell through. I got fired. I mean, I could say it. Like, I got fired. And then I'm like, shoot, what next? Fired. They eliminated my position. I say fired, whatever. We'll have to call what it is, right? Like, you get fired.
Mhm.
We're so afraid to, like, say we get fired. Like, they eliminated my position, man. I got fired. I spent that summer working at a restaurant in Asbury Park. I didn't have $1 million, but I had a lot of fun.
Mhm.
So I think it's good, King.
No, go ahead. I'm just
Yeah, so I just
thinking about the next question here.
no. So I think for me, it's just like, bro, like that perspective, and like I've just been blessed with going. Like I feel like I stay in good shape physically, mentally for the most part. I'm in a really good spot. I got people in my life that call me out when I'm not doing what I need to be doing, and that's important too.
So, thinking back to politics, a couple years ago, there was a Fox 5 news reporter that called out LeBron, told her to shut up and dribble. What are your thoughts on athletes being active in the political world, like urging people to vote and expressing their political views?
I love it. Like, I love it. The same thing with like musicians. Like, that's part of who they are. That's part of what makes them tick. Like, and take the politics out of it, right? Like, I'll go to Bruce Springsteen. Now, you guys may not be Bruce Springsteen fans, but Bruce Springsteen, for me, growing up in New Jersey, is like an icon. I love the guy's great. Whatever. I'm a big fan of Bruce Springsteen. There are people who are like, yo, shut up and sing. And it's like, bro, if you listen to any of his lyrics over the past 40 years, like the guy he's got like a political twist to a lot of what he's been singing about for the past 5 decades. Like, I love it. To me, it's like, dude, preach, speak. That's what makes this country great. I think whether you're an athlete, Michael Jordan said, or somebody, like, Republicans buy sneakers too, right? Like something like that. So Jordan was never really like ultra political. And I can understand that too from like a little bit of a business perspective. Like sometimes you may not want to be like overtly political, and I get that. Cool. That's your right too. But like somebody saying to LeBron James, shut up and dribble, is the most ignorant, silly thing ever. Because he's a grown man with an opinion about life. Like, I don't know. Like, why is that guy got to show? Like, that guy should speak. Like, he's a grown ass man. Like, so you feel the same way, CK?
100%. That's a different like element to LeBron. You see, he's a basketball player now. He's like also built a school, and now he's encouraging people to vote and express their political views too. And like, he's a man of influence, so I think he should and like express his political views.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, I mean, I think he should.
And
whether
that's
like
part of it too,
political views,
Yeah, but like even that, like whether we like it or not, like isn't that what's great about this? Like you can disagree. Like I can disagree with something LeBron James says and be like, oh, he's probably a pretty good father. And you really have never read anything ultra bad about LeBron James, right? Like there's never been anything that you're like, oh my God, this guy's a terrible person. Like, I don't know. Like I've never read a bad thing about the guy. Like it's like, so I don't know. And even if you have read a bad thing about the guy, like guess what? Guys in prison get an opinion too. So, I mean that's what life is. So yeah, I appreciate the question because I think it's important that people feel comfortable having difficult conversations in ways that don't stay difficult.
So let's talk about something really special. You do a lot of community work, right? What made you do everything that you're doing when it comes to, let's say, feeding families, going to these shelters, and just everything that you're doing? Like, is it something that you always wanted to do? And how did you begin doing like the work?
Yeah, I mean, somebody asked me a question like that the other day, and like Jill and I were talking about it, and like there are times in all of our lives where we've probably gotten help from somewhere, whether it was a coach or a nonprofit organization or a cousin or a parent, going out of their way. I remember I got like, I forget what I lost a job, and this is going to sound weird, but it just came to my mind when I said that. I lost a job, and I had planned on going on a cruise. I was in my 20s, right? Like young guy doing young guy stuff. And my dad, and I came from very, very common upbringing. Like there was, it was not uncommon that we were eating, minute steaks on, bread that might have been a day or two older than it should have been, at the end of a pay period where the parent, you know what I mean? Like where our parents are waiting to go buy more groceries. And my dad gave me like $300 to go on that cruise. He said, kid, like, I want you to go on this cruise, like go, you'll figure out the whole job thing. So I just say that, like, that's an example of help that like came on, kindness that came out of nowhere. Now it's from my dad and like, whatever, cool. Like I knew my dad $300 at the time was a lot of money. But I knew that he did that because he didn't want me to like be so down and beat up because I lost my job and I couldn't go on a cruise. So I say that because I think help comes from all different forms. And I think like two things. One, I feel like a debt. I feel like I owe a debt to the community, to the country, to my neighbors, and I like to give back as much as I can. Secondly, and this is something I learned a while back, helping others helps us.
Yeah.
Just does, right? Like you guys know. Say you put $5 in a Salvation Army jar at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. Do you feel a little better about yourself as you're walking to the car?
100%, 100%.
A lot better.
So when I get in that mindset, like helping others helps me, you say it's selfish if you want, but it's, that's a great motivator sometimes too. So sometimes when it looks darkest for me, and I can look outward and be like, yo, that guy over there needs something. Or the Jersey Shore Dream Center in Neptune, New Jersey, where I go to deliver a lot of food. I used to when I had a little bit more flexibility in my schedule. And that's one of the things I really miss doing as much as I was doing. But like, yo, go do that. You know what, Frank? Wednesday, you're supposed to – you're upset the Yankees lost last night in extra innings and you were at the game and you spent $280 on a ticket and you're pissed off that you're getting back so late. And you know what, dude? Why don't you go hand out food to people living in a motel? So, I think those two sides of it, like one, like I feel like I owe that to my neighbors and people around me. And the second part is, bro, helping others helps us. That's basic, dude. Like that's simple. That is a simple philosophy that if you take that with you, and then the next time you're in like that weird spot in your brain, like shit, man, like that girl ain't calling me back, or hey, man, I had a really bad day at work today, or oh, I was supposed to work that shift Thursday and they took me off, so now I'm going to be $180 lighter on the week. Well, find a nonprofit in your neighborhood. Hit them up. Yo, man, I'm free Thursday. You need help packing boxes?
Yeah, that's what I always wanted to do. I know you and we spoke about it. So it's like how you get started on the process of doing that.
I think what's important to you? Like what's a cause that's important to you?
Feeding others that really, let's say, can do for like themselves, right? Because there was times back in the days, like I wasn't like keeping it real. I wasn't poor, like,
Right.
but it was a struggle, right? At times. So it was like, what you have in the fridge, you got to, bless enough. We had food, but certain times couldn't go out to buy the food, everything. So whenever I'm out, right, it's like going to Yankee Stadium or going elsewhere and I'm seeing somebody asking for money or for food or this, and it crushes me like here because it's like I understand that because sometimes it was like I had dinner, but then when you're hungry again and there was like nothing there, it's like all right, cereal, right? A
Yep.
snack and stuff. So like I would love to just give back, right? Um and just help in any way possible. So that's like what I have like on my mind.
Yep.
Like a lot of people had it worse, and I just want to like do something special, right?
Well, and that's where I think like that matters, number one, and your help matters, and your wanting to help matters. Like your feelings about wanting to help matter. So literally the step one is Googling food bank in whatever town. What town you live in?
I live in Queens now.
Yeah, bro. So I guarantee if you Google food banks in Queens, New York, there are no shortage of 10 to 20 organizations that are probably not far from your house that you can call up on any given day and be like, hey, are you taking volunteers? And we can look it up together later. I mean, like we can literally like look that up and bro, just find a little spot. You got a free Friday afternoon, pop down there and help out for 2 hours. You know, like I think that's something too. A lot of people like a misconception of getting involved with a charity. People think like, oh, I have to be doing this for 3 hours, 5 hours every day. No, bro, you could pop in for 2 hours a week, an hour on a Wednesday and an hour on a Friday, and they'll be happy enough to have that help.
I do things that I don't tell people. Once in a while when I see someone, like I bought someone food, I think a couple of weeks ago, right? So it's like I do some things, little things, right? Even though it's like a big thing for them. And I do things, but I just don't mention it, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want the attention. I don't want people to be like, oh, let me applaud you for it. No, I do it out of love, right? So
No.
All right. So you've probably been asked this a lot of times, but I know you call Andrew Velazquez his first MLB career home run. So what was your reaction when you first caught it, and when did you realize that it landed perfectly in your glove?
Bro, you know, it's funny. That was Henrik and Layla's first game that we ever took them to, first Yankee game ever. So, like, I'd never really had been to I'm a step parent in this scenario. I had never really been to a game with two young kids, right? Like, just had never had. So I'm used to like, you go, you get a couple of drinks, you get some peanuts, you're sitting there, you're watching the game. No, sir. Not with two kids who are like 6 and 8. They want to get up. They want to see. They want to go. They want to. So we were like in the seats for like 4 out of 9 innings if we were lucky that day. And like a good 40-something-year-old guy, I was sitting there with my glove on I think it was like the bottom of the 8th. And I was like talking to Henrik, who's like sitting right next to me. And like, you hear it, I look up and I'm like, bro, that's coming right to me. And I like made a jump. I leaped up a little bit to this side and I catch it. I knew it. Obviously, as soon as I caught it, I knew it. I did not know who was up. I did not know. I knew it was on the Yankees, but like I didn't even, because I'm like in the middle of the conversation, like an 8-2 game or whatever it was. It wasn't like a close game. I had not had the time to pay attention. I was not dialed in on the game. I barely knew what inning it was, but this dude comes running up to me and he grabs my shirt like this. I'm like, is this guy fighting me for a ball? And he's like, bro, that was Andrew Velazquez's first home run ever. They're going to give you a lot for that. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like a minute later, security was on me. And they're like, hey, man, like his first home run, like, can we get it back to him? I'm like, yeah, dude, just like, here, like tell the guy to get at it. Like I didn't even like think to like negotiate, you know. So like I got like a bunch of like brownie points over that, but like I didn't even really like think to. It was just like, yeah, man, like it's a guy's first home run. Like, yeah, like so that guy was like in my face saying like, yo, they're gonna give you a lot for that. I'm like, dude, it's a guy's first home run. Like, I'm gonna be negotiating with Andrew Velazquez, who's from the Bronx, like with his parents at the game, and they're gonna be like, oh, this guy left with the ball, so I can make 10 grand. Like, nope, I'm good.
So you
but,
didn't ask for anything?
No, it was funny. The only thing and this just shows you like the way the universe works. The only thing I asked for when the head of security at that point came and I met with him, I said, look, man, the only thing I can ask for right now is that the kids get to give him the ball. And he's like, look, because of COVID, we can't have you guys downstairs in the back, but next year we'll have you guys back for batting practice on the field. I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever, like no big deal. Squid goes to the Angels in that offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no shot am I going to have any. I'm not, there goes the BP passes. I'm not doing events at the time. Like I have no involvement in any games, players, nothing. And then I saw the Angels were coming to Yankee Stadium. So I emailed that guy, Eddie Festuc, who, works with the team. And I emailed, I said, Eddie, I don't know if you remember me. I caught the Andrew Velazquez home run ball. I know he's with the Angels now. They're coming to town next week. Like, can we maybe get the BP passes? Bro, like 5 minutes later, that guy got back to me. He's like, via email. He's like, absolutely, tell me which date. We went, like, the guy Eddie met us, brought us to the field. We met up with Squid in the dugout, the Angels dugout. The kids got to meet Judge on the field. Like, that was kind of by accident. Judge just came over because there's 2 cute kids on the field. And there weren't a ton of people there for batting practice. And dude, it was just, that was so cool. I think that was my first time on the field at Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
And speaking your first time on the field at Yankee Stadium, now you was roaming around Yankee Stadium with a special group of guys, the Savannah Bananas, right? How's
That was
that?
crazy.
How did that come about for you? And can you explain to others that it's okay to like something different? Because I have a few people that's half and half about the team. I'm like, it's just entertainment. They're having fun. They're a great team. What they do for a living, because they pretty much coming from nothing. I believe. I think the guy that started everything was selling 10 tickets. I believe it was at the time.
Yep.
Now it's going pretty much global. So if you want to just explain to everyone that it's okay, you can like Bananas baseball, right?
Yo, I'm a huge banana ball guy. One of the companies I used to do some work with had asked me, hey, can you go cover a Bananas game for us? Whatever. They were authenticating and pulling game used memorabilia and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can go. And that was up at Fenway Park, not this season, but the season before. And that led to I fell in love with it instantly. Like, I didn't really know too much about it. Like, I knew it was a thing. Like, I'd watched a little bit of it online. I didn't really follow much of it on social media. Again, I was kind of at the time, like, I just didn't know what to know about it. Like, I didn't know what I didn't know. It's probably the best way to put it. And, dude, I fell in love with it instantly. Those guys are athletes. Mm-hmm. To me, the way that they treat their fans and respect their fans. And, a perfect example, there was a rain delay. I forget where we were at. I ended up doing a lot of banana games over the past year. And I'm very grateful for every single one I got to see and go to. But there was a rain delay and they had a rain delay plan. It wasn't just like, hey, everyone in the stadium, look at the tarp, right? Like, how boring are rain delays in Major League Baseball?
I hate it. Hate
it. It is the worst. Like, you're in the stadium, you're stuck. You can't go. You can't leave. So you're spending all this money on food you don't even want to spend money on. If you're a drinking kind of person, you're drinking more beer than you should be. And you're like, you can't do anything. So the Bananas had this whole rain delay plan that included like entertainment on the field. Wow, what a novel concept, right? Like that's not that hard for a baseball team to have a little entertainment on the field during a rain delay, right? Like it's pretty easy to kind of come up with, but they did it. You know, the Bananas did it. I've never seen that type of fun at a rain delay. All the players then went to spots in the stadium that were predetermined so that they could take pictures and sign autographs with fans during the rain delay. Bro,
That's
think
special.
now. That's very special. Now, if a pitcher pitches on, let's say, Saturday, and they're not going to pitch Sunday, guess where that pitcher is on Sunday?
In the stands.
Working the concourse, taking some selfies, signing some autographs. Tell me that's not a way to make fans.
It is.
Tell me, imagine at a Yankee game, if there's a rain delay, or if, you know, we'll say Luke Weaver, right? Luke Weaver. I'm saying that's why I went Luke Weaver, because you know he's a guy who could pull this off. It's there, you know, Luke Weaver pitched on Saturday, threw 34 pitches, you know, got out of the game, Yankees win, can't pitch Sunday. For the 7th and 8th inning, Luke is going to be taking selfies with fans that have tickets for section 122.
Yeah, you're gonna see CK racing away. Didn't even have tickets to 122. He was going.
But think about that, right? Like, how cool would that be?
Pretty awesome.
That would be awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Like, so the Bananas have done an amazing job of kind of, you know, the way they put it, like they're tearing down the wall between player and fan, you know, game and spectator. So I love everything about them. I wish them nothing but success. I am as big a Banana Ball fan, and I'm also a traditional baseball guy too. So like you said, like people are, oh, well, that's not real baseball.
Yeah, that's how
it's called Banana.
For the grumpy people, right? For the grumpy people, you gotta like explain to them it's entertainment. It's a show. So
yeah, and they say it. Yep, they say it. They call it a show. You know, they call it Banana Ball. They don't call it baseball. They literally start off the game by saying, like, this is not your grandfather's game of baseball. This is Banana Ball, the Crucible. Like, I love it, bro. I love it. The kids love it. I love it. I can not say enough about Banana Ball. If I never went to another sporting event for the rest of my life, if I had to pick one sporting event to go to sorry, I said that stupidly. If I had to pick one sporting event to go to for the rest of my life, I can unequivocally say it would be a Banana Ball game.
There's actually one guy in the Bananas who I really like. I think his name is Malachi Mitchell, like really fast.
Yep, Flash, baby.
What position does he play?
It's like all over the infield, I think, too, right?
I think he's a pinch runner. I think he does a lot of running for the team. Mm-hmm. Great guy, unbelievable guy. I mean, I can't say enough about all of them. I can't say enough about the owner and his wife. Like, they are amazing people. But I just everything about Banana Ball, I love it. I wish them the most success in the planet. I just, like I said, if you ask me, and I'm going to say this right now, if you ask me if I want to go to a Yankee playoff game or a Banana Ball game at Yankee Stadium, I am 10 out of 10 times going to the Banana Ball game.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's more fun if you're not nervous.
You know what? CK and I, we probably will agree with that.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much one and done. So, like, if you have to keep it real, yeah, that's not more fun. They're not gonna hit. But that's a story for a different day.
Fair enough.
If I had to keep it real.
We're all about keeping it real, baby. You know that.
100%. I bring back the banana ball. Do you think the MLB should adopt what banana ball is doing in terms of entertainment besides bringing players up to the stands for the fans?
No, I think that there are some things that could coexist. I think a very big part of that is breaking down the barrier between fans and the game. You guys know, you go to a game, there's nets everywhere. If one or two guys sign autographs before a game, it's a lot. And honestly, that's why I feel so passionately and love doing the events that I'm doing, because it just gives people an opportunity to see these guys, man. Like it's hard. Like it's hard for a player to sign 500 autographs before a game. Like they can't. Like their schedules are crazy. Every minute before a game for a lot of these guys is taken up, and they're in 3 different meetings, and then they got to go get stretched out, and then their mom's in town, so they're like meeting up with them real quick and whatever. But that, I think there are certain ethos in banana ball that if Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Union adopted, the game would be wildly more popular. Bro, I went to the last game of the year. It was the Braves and the Pirates, because I went to go down and see Rafael Flores play. And that was like the first game I went to as a fan in a while, like almost all year. Like I went to, I think, like 2 Yankee games, like really early in the season. Now I had spent the whole summer and most of the spring doing banana ball games. I went to that Major League Baseball game. I almost fell asleep. And I knew a guy playing. I knew a guy. I was the guest of a player who was on the field playing the game. And I'm like sitting there like, oh, this is boring. So I just think there's some things that can be done, and it doesn't need to be backflip catches, because look, there's too much at stake in a lot of ways, right? Like if freaking I don't know, if Anthony Volpe was like dribbling the ball between his legs and, had a throwing error with Vladimir Guerrero running to first, like that wouldn't go well, right? Like that wouldn't go over well. But I do think that there are things they can do to kind of break down the barrier between fan and player a little bit better.
Okay.
So you spoke about events.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you as, I think I could speak for everyone, the GOAT, right?
I said in the intro.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Yeah. You're the GOAT. You can say
Yes, 100%.
that. Right. Say it. You can say that by yourself. I'm gonna say this. I would like to thank you, right, for that fan and player relationship that you bring to myself, to CK, and to others, right? Because like you said, it's hard to get to know the player, meet the player, and that's okay, because they really have to, how you say, watch their backs, right? Not a lot of people are friendly, right? But at these events that you're doing with the players, I would like to thank you, because it brings us joy, right? These players don't know that they bring us lots of joy. And I'm glad you're doing that, because you're bringing us, you yourself, us fans, a lot of joy as well. So I honestly would like to thank you for that.
100%. I double down on that too.
Look, you're welcome, number one. But I think about, and I think this might come from politics a little. I think about the position I'm in at those events, and look, man, there's a few things, right? You got to make sure the player is treated with respect. You got to make sure the player is taken care of. You can't go crazy with the time of it. You know, a lot of times, like, it's like you get 500 people who want to do 500 different things, and it's like you got to figure that out, right? Like, you got to try to make it about the fans in a way, but at the same time, too, like, you got to make it about the player. You know, the player's got to feel comfortable, cool, like, and I think I've been in a very good spot where most of the guys I've ever done anything with, number one, I knew, or, you know, did more than one thing with them. I think most of them understand that my heart is generally in a place. Like, I'm not asking them like, yo, can you sign 50 more autographs for me to go sell? I'm saying, hey, there's a guy in a wheelchair. Can we make sure we're going to take an extra 5 minutes to walk downstairs and go spend it with him and his family for a few minutes? And the other thing too, and like, I'm a fan, right? Like, I understand. So I understand the joy that comes from these events. And I also appreciate you guys as friends and fans. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, like, I'm sitting at the table with Ben Hess, but I'm going to make sure he knows, yo, this is the King of Pinstripes. You know what I mean? So, like, or when CK and I are chatting and I'm like, yo, we got this thing coming up with Luke Weaver. I knew CK just had, you know, some stuff with the job going on. And I said, yo, CK, man, can you come as my guest and hang out? Like, I don't want you to like come and wait in line. I want you to come and hang out with us backstage while all the business is getting done, all the extra autographs are getting signed. Right, CK? That was awesome, bro.
That was 100%
But,
awesome.
like, yeah, like, and so, like, I know what it means, and I like, there's no reason to hoard that or to like prevent that from being shared. And as long as the players, for the most part, 99.9% of them are like, dude, yeah, man, Frank, you got it, bro. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not like, yo, can you sign these 50 extra things? It's like, yo, we're going to invite this guy who's kind of in it right now, and he's going to kick it with us. So,
All right, speaking of, go on. Finish.
He wants to talk about Luke Weaver. I know. Come on, just say it.
All right, speaking of Luke Weaver, he's a free agent. I'm living on edge, hoping he's coming back. Give me hope that he's coming back.
I don't know. I mean, I love Luke. I think Luke's a great dude. The more I get to know some of the players and see their lives, like Rafael Flores, right? Like, that dude got traded to the Pirates for Bednar on like everything to us at that time. Like, that was a good trade. If you're a Yankee fan, that was a pretty good trade. Like, you got a really strong back end reliever. Bro, Rafael, that the week of the All-Star break for the minor leagues, stayed at my apartment in Bradley Beach. Like, that's the relationship that him and I had developed. I got him a few events that week. My man got to enjoy the beach. I wasn't there. Like, cool. Now all of a sudden this guy's in Indianapolis playing for the Pirates. And I saw that. I saw that transition. I saw how difficult that was. I'll tell you what, though. If Rafael Flores was still in the Yankees farm system, never would have made his major league debut this year. Wouldn't be expected to be in the middle of the lineup next year, which is probably where the Pirates are going to have him. So for Luke, for all these guys, I just hope whatever happens next puts him in a position to succeed, make some money, and have a little fun playing a kid's game. Like, that's it, man. You know, so if it's the best thing for Luke and his family, I hope he's back with the Yankees.
Yeah.
If there's another opportunity that's might be a little better for Luke, or, you know, I saw some stuff that he would be willing to, or he might be a starting pitcher again. Whatever that is, man, I just hope that guy gets a check with a few extra zeros on it and stays healthy.
As long as he's happy, that's the only thing that matters.
So CK, all it means, bro, is you get to go to another city and watch another team, man. Like, and I'm rocking I probably got it here somewhere. I have like a Rafael Flores t-shirt made up. Yeah, I'm sitting by, like, look at this.
I'm pretty jealous about that. See,
Look at
CK knows, and a lot of people knows I am a big Rafael Flores fan.
Mhm.
I was really hurt when he got traded. Like I could care less about who we got in the trade, right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as I met him, like we kind of DM'd before meeting. We met each other, and then since that day, once in a while, because I don't like to bother anyone, we will talk in the DM like very brief. Such a great guy,
Yeah.
and I could see he's gonna be really good. That's who I wanted to be our catcher for the future. As soon as he got traded, I'm like, damn. Like it felt like my heart got ripped out. And I told him, I'm gonna see him either in Pittsburgh or when he's here in the Mets and City Field or elsewhere. I'm really gonna go see him.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. But, King, like, if that dude was still in the Yankees farm system, like, bro, he's starting next year in Scranton. Like, never made his major league debut this year. So I don't know, man. It's like I kind of hope for all these guys, like, I just hope they get put in a position that they have a shot, and make a little bit of money before their time ends, because it ends quick.
Is there anyone that I know you can't say much, someone that you really want to bring to have an event with to meet the fans? Is there anyone that you have in mind that you really want to, or it will
Yes.
be a little impossible to make happen?
I mean, think about like the Aaron Judges of the world, even like Volpe to an extent is a tough guy to get to do public events because, dude, they got every major brand doing stuff with them. And I get that. Like that's part of what this is. So, I think just a rung below guys who might not have exclusive autograph offers. I really can't wait till Bednar gets that first event. Like, I think that's going to be, what's up, CK?
So we're all good now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, King
That's
asked, King asked if there were any guys that like I really wanted to get to do an event. I really can't wait till that first Bednar event. Like I think he's kind of put himself into a spot where fans really like him. You guys agree with that? Like Bednar be fire, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, like
So
Bednar,
you in the works with that, or that's just someone you have it on
that's
mind?
somebody I would love to get an event with. Is what I'm saying. A guy like Bednar. Believe it or not, I like a dude like Jose Caballero. Like, I think that'd be kind of a fire event. He really over the past, since when he came to the team, like I think fans really started liking that guy. Like I really but that first Bednar event, Cam Schlittler would be fire, right? Like Cam.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, but
You talking about 500 tickets? I think you gotta open up a little more.
Yeah, well, I believe he's got a deal with Fanatics now. So hopefully that he gets out to do an event. Because he's awesome, man. Everything about that dude's cool. Bro, and then obviously like Jackson Dart, Cam Scat. But those guys were at Fanatics Fest. I'm pretty sure they're Fanatics exclusives. So hopefully, they get going a little bit, doing another event. But hopefully Fanatics Fest or something next year for those guys would be really cool to go to. I mean, but like thinking about the Yankees, like guys who haven't done events yet, like Bednar to me is like, I think that one, Bednar, Cam, like I wish Trent was the guy I tried all year last year.
And what happened? Difficult?
He had a baby. I think he had a child like early on in the season or something. So it was just and bro, the other thing, like their schedules in season are so hard to work around. But yeah, man, my number one thing right now is Bednar. Like I want to see a Bednar event happen.
Bednar
That's
would be
gonna-
fire. And
Bednar,
you said Jackson Dart. I mean, that would appeal both the Yankee fans and the Giant fans because he's been open with it being a Yankee fan. So, and
It's
I know me and the King will be there if you get Jackson Dart.
it's Jackson Dart again. You mentioned 500 tickets. You have to release maybe 2,000. I should say.
Oh, yeah.
Because right
Yeah.
now
Let's-
he's
Yep.
the next big thing.
And talk about a Yankee who could be great meetup. Clark Schmidt once he gets healthy. He was a cool guy when I met him at that panel at
Yes.
Woodbridge, and
Yep.
I think he's a little bit underappreciated. And I think like a one-on-one meetup, like fans get to see how cool he is, and
Yep.
that'd be dope for him.
Yeah, and shout out Woodbridge Brewing Company. I mean, who puts on more events, more Yankees, more everybody? I mean, the guys coming through that spot, they do a great job of bringing talent. I who knows, man? Bednar Woodbridge Brewing Company, maybe that'd be fire. Bednar Woodbridge Brewing Company. You guys agree with that?
Yeah,
Be fire.
I've trademarked that right now.
that right there is gonna be insane.
Mm-hmm.
And is he gonna be ready to meet the fans? Because Yankee fans are insane.
Yeah.
Yo, but Bednar,
in a good way.
remember a lot about Bednar? Like he was like going to like Pittsburgh Steelers tailgates and stuff, if I remember correctly. Like, I think he's a man about town. Like, I think he's a man of the people.
Okay.
I think so. I could see that.
I could
He's
see It's on his walkouts on Renegade.
yeah. I'll just say he's a little crazy again, in a good way, in a great
Yeah.
way.
Mhm.
So I think he's ready.
Let's do it.
All right, want to get to the fun part?
Yeah, let's get to the
All
fun
right.
part. I have a nice little Jersey Shore questions for you that I think everyone will be happy about because
Okay.
this been like the biggest debate of all time, right? So it's gonna be a Jersey Shore edition right now. The number one question, I should have saved that for last, but whatever. I want to know what you call it: Taylor ham or pork roll
Not even debate.
for
It's
the
pork
Jersey
roll.
people.
It's pork roll. It ain't
Is
even a
it?
debate. Yes. Anybody who
I'm
calls
not
it Taylor
from
ham,
I'm not from Jersey, and I say
I bet
Taylor ham.
Hey, CK calls it Taylor ham, right? CK, you call it Taylor ham?
Taylor ham.
Yeah.
Salute, CK. Come on now.
You do too, right? Yeah, you call it that?
Yeah,
All right.
Taylor ham.
Can you hear me all right?
Very
Yeah, I can
perfectly.
hear you.
I'm not breaking up?
Nope.
No.
All right, because y'all are wrong. I'll make sure you heard that. You are dead wrong on that. Don't break up in the language. I'll make sure y'all the ears
No,
and
no, no.
headphones are working. You're wrong.
I'm not gonna lie, you scared me. I was like, oh crap. What the hell is happening here? Like, is it breaking up for real? It's like I was
Straight
checking
up
my
pork roll,
Wi-Fi.
baby. There ain't
But-
even a question. It's not even a debate. If you call it Taylor ham, you're wrong, and that's fine. Like, you can go through life wrong about that, but very simple.
That's like the biggest debate I think in Jersey history, I believe.
That
I'm
or
not from-
is there a Jersey Shore, which clearly is.
Yeah, like that's the biggest debate. All right, so
I
it's
appreciate
two
you bringing
against
that
one on
question.
that one.
I mean, yeah, but there's been a lot of times throughout the course of history where two guys were wrong and one guy was right. This is one of those times.
You know what?
What?
I think that should be. This is like it should be like the end of like that back and forth. Big Rick, what does he call it?
Oh my God! Let's see if he's still awake.
Come on, Big Rick, wake up! It's time for a debate.
I think Frank will be hyping him up, telling him if you say pork roll, I'm gonna treat you right. Or something.
I don't know. If Big Rick says
If Big Rick says pork roll, it's pork roll.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one.
Nah, not at all.
All right, I got him.
Oh, you got Big Rick? Okay.
Good.
Come on.
They got seriously.
We have a very intense question for you.
Okay.
Whatever you say goes, because
Okay.
you know you're the best.
Mm.
All right. Pork roll or Taylor ham?
Taylor
Which one
Ham.
is it?
Let's go. Let's go, Big Rick.
Three
Okay.
against one. And again, there have been times in history where three men have been wrong and one has been right. This is another one of those times.
Okay, that's it. I think the debate. Everyone in Jersey, that's it. No more debate. Big Rick has spoken.
Yeah.
You ended it.
All right. Well, we have
All right.
Big Rick here. Who has been your favorite Yankee that you met through Frank's meet and greets? I think I know the answer, but let's see if I get it right.
Oswaldo.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know if you know, but CK and I talks about Cabrera every single episode. That he's one of our favorite people.
Mhm.
I think in the world, I should
Yep.
say. Love
Oh,
him.
no doubt.
All right,
Love him.
so go ahead.
You sit up so you get a little closer to the microphone.
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I just said he's so nice.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He-
Nice to Max.
But-
He's up there. Other athletes like right there, really.
Yep.
He's just
Yeah,
nice.
I don't get. He stands up. I tell everyone because people always like, oh, who's your favorite like that you met? Cabrera. He stands up the whole entire time, hugging everyone. Like it's insane.
Yeah. When we did the Somerset Patriots appearance,
I saw he was like he could have kept going the whole night, and I think he
Dude,
was a little tired, right?
he signed autographs for the entire game. And I said to him at like the fourth inning, I'm like, yo, Oz, if you don't sit down, you're going to be here the entire game. Like he was supposed to be done by the third inning. He's like, my man, I don't care. And he just stands up and he just signs. I said, all right.
What a guy!
Oh, yeah.
telling
He's
you.
the best guy. Yes. I mean,
I love
Yeah.
him.
Love
All
him.
right, so another intense one.
Okay.
Well, not really, but let's just go with it. It's a Jersey Shore edition. So, beach day or boardwalk night?
Ooh.
Beach day.
Beach
Okay.
day. What about you, Frank?
ah.
I'm picking the boardwalk all day, every day.
I might be saying boardwalk night to this one.
Okay.
We're
Can't go
here.
wrong with either.
Hold on, we got neighbor Corey. Neighbor, what do you think? Beach day or boardwalk night?
Probably beach day.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Wow,
Do you have a
okay.
reason?
I mean, it's hot and nice, and I like the sand, and I love the water.
Big water guy. You same for you?
Yeah.
You like swimming? What about you, King? You're going.
Yeah,
you leaving?
boardwalk all day.
I'm doing
Boardwalk
the
off-
beach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the beach. More to
Yeah,
do.
see-
You got the water, so
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you can
boardwalk
flex
all
on him, CK. CK's just trying to flex on him. I know it.
Yeah. CK's built.
Yeah, he is stacked up.
Of course, sit on the shirt.
All right, so now you can say this is the intense one
Okay.
because Jersey's in the building, I should say. Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen.
okay.
Oh,
Yo.
I'm a Bon Jovi guy.
Are you?
Big
Okay.
Bon Jovi guy.
I like Bon Jovi. Yes, I'm John.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I love Bon Jovi. It's my
Okay.
life. We weren't born to follow.
Good song.
Okay,
Yes.
CK, you bringing back the singing?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, let's go.
Okay.
All right, now I got to cut you off for a minute because now, do you know? Does he look familiar to you? Hold on, get a little above the cryon. Does he look?
Big
you know who
Rip?
that is? Yeah. Now
Okay.
you may not have seen him in the new Bruce Springsteen movie that came out. However, my man was an extra in the movie that just came out about Bruce Springsteen's life.
Really?
Yeah, and he got to spend the day
Ooh.
shooting in Asbury Park, and he got to meet who'd you meet that day?
Bruce Springsteen and Jeremy Allen White.
Got to meet the actors and the boss himself. And
Okay.
we went and saw the movie because so when you're an extra in the movie, like you don't know if they make it in there, right? Like,
No,
and,
yeah.
dude, we went all day filming, and it was so fun. He had to go the night before, like the day before, I think, to get fitted for his outfit. It's like a whole thing. And so we've been spending like 10 months wondering if he's in the movie, because you just go that day, they do whatever, and you leave. So me and Jill were going to Florida on a Friday morning, like a 7 a.m. flight, and she had to work as a nurse the day before. We went and saw the movie at like 10 o'clock at night, the night before it came out. So we're like watching it, and we're just hoping. We just need to see Big Rick for a split second. Right?
Yeah.
That was it.
See, I didn't know that, and that's why I said you're the little goat.
Yeah,
Like, he's the little goat. Like on the low, he's doing big things.
100%.
Yep.
So he made it in the Springsteen movie. Got to meet Springsteen that day. Jeremy Allen White, who's the actor who plays Bruce, and it was in Asbury Park. Like, so I tell Henrik, like, growing up for like the next 40 years of his life, when somebody's like, "Hey, tell me a fun fact about yourself," every time it's gonna be like, "Oh, when I was 9, I was in Bruce Springsteen's movie," and he was.
That's
awesome. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, which
One more.
Yankee do you think will make a great politician? I have 2 choices, and they're both you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if you match mine.
I don't know. This is tough.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like,
Good
politician.
You have yours?
Who?
I'm not so sure.
All right. You said to say 2, or you have 2?
I have 2. I have 2.
All right. I mean, Oswaldo, right? Like, in
That's
my
what I'm
mind,
Yeah.
like
Oswald.
kissing babies and shaking hands, right? Like, he's got the
Mhm.
personality to be a politician.
Mhm.
He's also got that streak of like dog in him too, where it's like time to go. It's time to go. Like, Oswaldo has that like bubbly, happy like personality, and he is that. He's also got that like fierce warrior competitor inside of him that like I think gets underplayed a little bit. He's got that. Like, he's got that thing. I feel like Ben Rice a little bit too.
That was my second choice. Yes.
Wow.
Because that's smile after a home run. I'd like
Bro.
could sell anything.
Speaks English and Spanish.
Yes.
Right? Good looking guy, presents well, looks good in a suit. I've seen him in a suit. He's got great head of hair. Smart to Dartmouth. Like, that's probably smarter than most politicians out there. I mean, Ben Rice, I would probably vote Ben Rice for president, would you?
Same.
Yeah. I could vote for Ben Rice for Congress one day.
100%. Yeah.
Wonderful partner he's got. His lady would be a great Sarah would be a great first lady of whatever office Ben ran for. She's like changing women's sporting equipment for the better, redesigning the sports bra. I tell you, I mean, Ben Rice, he's a Massachusetts guy who made New York fall in love with him.
That's
Actually, my 2 choices. Yes,
I don't know, man. I might be voting right Ben Rice in for U.S. Senate.
I think you should be the campaign manager.
Ben Rice's campaign. If Ben Rice wants me to be his campaign manager, I would do that in a heartbeat. So.
Speaking of Ben Rice, before I ask you like my other question, what did Ben do with his diet that made him? Because when I met him, it was like, let's say I met him today. I think a couple of weeks later, he was already bulked up. Like, what was his diet routine, his working out routine?
Well, I mean, he's been pretty. I've heard him talk about it a few times. I've talked to him about it a few times personally, but I think he has also talked about it pretty publicly. So I met him when he was in AA, and he was just a gem of a dude in AA, and obviously his whole journey has been so cool to watch. Dude, I literally think he just was dialed in with like a nutritionist, and just kind of eating extra protein and carb, like bumping his protein and carb intake up. And that'll do it, man. I know even for myself, like when I'm dialed in on my diet, like I could go from like 175 to like 184, 185 quick. It's my fighting weight, 185. I'm gonna whoop then. I'll whoop Big Rick in WrestleMania.
All right, so this is my last question. This is the hard-hitting question of the night
Ready
for
for
the
it?
Jersey
Yes.
Shore edition.
Okay.
Coffee from Wawa or Dunkin'?
Dunkin'.
Jersey Shore.
Wawa.
No.
Wawa. What are you guys doing?
Wawa. I'm saying Wawa.
You're yo, and also
You
what
can
else?
get that turkey bowl there.
Yo,
I like coffee.
You do?
Coffee's
Yeah.
So you're going Dunkin'?
Yeah.
Not me. Wawa
Wawa.
coffee. But yo, you like Wawa coffee, CK?
I like Wawa coffee. Yes.
What about you, King? You
I
do
had it. I had it one time. It was pretty good.
all right. Now, have you ever had the gobbler bowl from
It's
Wawa?
so good. It's
I have
actually
not.
good.
All right, yo,
It's like a perfect breakfast and dinner.
lunch, kind of
Lunch.
like
No,
lunch and dinner.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Like you can do it any
It's
meal.
like any-
All right, next time you go to Wawa, go out of your way for lunch and get yourself a Wawa turkey bowl. Bro, game changer. It's like Thanksgiving right there in the parking lot.
Okay.
I could live on a Wawa gobbler bowl. This is not a commercial. I'm not getting paid to say this. Big Rick is a huge Wawa gobbler guy. So
I'll gobble it up.
And I
Gobble
like
it.
their
Gobble it up. There you go.
That's why. That's the name of it.
Corey's a
Right.
big Wawa sandwich guy for breakfast, so we're a big Wawa gobbler guys. And I like Wawa coffee.
Okay.
What is
Wawa coffee? What about
Divvy Tree? So
Divvy Tree's awesome.
yeah, we have a lot of like local spots at the beach that are like go-tos. Like Divvy Tree in Point Pleasant is a really big one.
It's so good. You get to read there with the couches.
They got couches. Yeah, it's like a real coffee shop.
And I love the cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun. All right. You getting hungry? Are you getting a little hungry right now?
Yeah.
You get it?
We have
So
cinnamon
one
bun.
thing about me, my biggest weakness is dessert.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest weakness.
Well, you.
So,
We had ice cream tonight after dinner.
I should have had. I'm kind of stuffed now from ice cream, but I should have had cinnamon roll.
What's your go-to dessert, Ant?
my go-to, it has to be like I already said. The bougie part when it came to the cappuccino is the tiramisu.
Yeah, that's mine too. Mine too.
Yours too, CK?
Yes.
I'm a tiramisu guy myself. Yes.
How about you? Go-to dessert.
This is hard. I like.
Stop kicking the thing.
I like everything, but ice cream.
Okay. What about you,
Ice cream.
Core? Go-to dessert.
This is like anywhere.
Anything. Anything, anywhere.
Lava cake, probably.
Lava cake. Wow. That's a good. Not me, baby. Public
Red velvet cake.
red velvet. Publix key lime pie.
I said
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I've seen your story before. You go crazy with one of those. I know.
I could eat for breakfast. Like
I could eat dinner with that.
Yeah.
I could eat anything with it. It's
So-
just awesome.
I will go and get like a pound of turkey cold cuts, eat that with a key lime pie, and that's like a perfect lunch to me.
It's like a perfect
I like
breakfast.
broccoli
dinner.
and key lime pie.
With a Diet Coke. Nice little crisp Diet Coke. That's Jill's move. Jill loves like a crisp Diet Coke. Fountain Diet Coke.
I'd probably get like a root beer. It's like my favorite.
Dang, now you're making-
All right.
Let's get some. Have some. Wait, do
We
we?
don't have key lime pie.
I thought we kept it. Oh wait, that was the one piece.
You're getting CK all messed up now.
My bad.
Okay, it's 9:02, but I'm gonna end right here. So
Sorry if it took too long.
no, it was awesome. Time flew by too
Trust me,
fast. Time went
it
by
was-
fast. Didn't feel like
it
it
was
started
the
at
best.
all.
Well, I started off by saying this. And I'll close by saying, unless we're up against like a physical hard time, we got to shut it off. All right.
Take it away.
Just talking with you guys, and again, I don't care if nobody watches this. Just spending this now hour plus talking life and baseball and trials and tribulations and good things and bad things with you guys. Like, this is so missing in our culture today. Like, there's a handful of guys getting together, gals talking about life, no drama, right? Like this, and the importance of like talking and conversation and being present with one another is so important, man. So it's something I got to get better at. I got to get more intentional at it. I appreciate you guys taking me on tonight. Really, 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 really just love both of you guys. And I think the world of you. And I just can't wait to see you out in the field and at some event somewhere and doing something.
No, trust me. We thank you. You're the GOAT. I said that plenty of times. So we appreciate you for even wanting to come onto the show.
Y'all are my boys, man. I just keep saying, I feel like it's like a conversation between the three of us, which it's been. Appreciate your kindness to these two guys. And letting them get in the mix. I know they feel good about it, right? You happy to see these guys? I know Big Rick was happy. When I told him what I was doing tonight, he's like, yo, those guys have a podcast? I'm like, yeah, baby. And he was fired up. So I think he wanted to be a part of it. So
Big Rick
really
on
cool.
it too, and Corey too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys. That's go Yankees, and I just think that it's awesome that our passion for that team and the community that comes along with that really fuels a lot of people. So, and you guys are a big part of that, and big part of why, my fandom is as fun as it is because of guys like you. So I appreciate you.
Frank, it's a good day for a good day.
I was about to say that.
Let's go.
It's a good day.
Yep.
It's a good day for a good day. This has been episode 28 with Frank, Corey, and Big Rick, the King of Pinstripes, and me, CK. Thank you for watching.
Appreciate you, boys.
See ya.
you.
Adios,
Night.
guys.
Have a
Night.
good night.
Peace. See ya. Good night.
Good night. All right, what's going on? And wow, what an episode with Frank. But it's been episode 27, and I make my mistake. But episode 27 with Frank, Corey, and Big Rick. And thank you all for watching, and we'll hope to see you on the next one.
Go Yanks. Let's go.